Hey everyone, welcome to the Virtual Outdoors Expo and Boat Show. It's been a great week taking you to some of our favorite boat dealers, and if you're just joining us for the first time, because of the social distancing guidelines, we are bringing the Outdoors Expo experience to you.
And today we are taking you to a boat dealer who has over 35 years experience. Boat and Motor Superstores is a large volume boat and consignment dealership. So you're going to come along with us as we go to Palm Harbor, and I got to tell you, we were out on Lake Tarpon. Absolutely beautiful.
Wait. You had to go on the lake?
I did.
I didn't go on the lake. I went to parking lots.
I got to actually be on boats on water.
Is there something in her contract that says she gets all the water deals? Can
I've been here longer than you. That's
why. Well, there you go. Well, at least I get to watch it with you guys for the first time.
It is a beautiful day for a boat ride. Whether you're an experienced boater or you're just starting to get into it, Boat and Motor Superstores has everything you need to get out on the water. We've got Jared Warren joining us now in this beautiful boat.
Oh yeah.
I am loving this. Tell us a little bit about it.
So this is what we're in. We're in a brand new 2020 Blackfin 242 dual console. This is a brand new boat for 2020, brand new model that Blackfin's introduced for us. It's given us a very versatile boat, giving us options for family and fishing.
And tell us about some of the bells and whistles, because I don't even know where to start. There are so many little buttons.
So this boat's kind of like being in an airplane, I guess you could say. All your electronics are right here in front of you, so it's very easy for the captain to go through everything. Easy. He doesn't have to lean forward. He can be comfortable and still control the vessel, just like how we're having a conversation right now. I can still control the boat and know where we're going.
And how many people can fit comfortably on this boat?
So this boat has a 12-person capacity. So you can actually have 12 people in this boat legally for the Coast Guard. Comfortably is going to be, of course, up to you. So depending on how big or how small everybody is, if you got little kids, of course you can put more. Grown adults are just going to be comfortably.
I've noticed there's some handles or holders here for the fishing poles. Is this considered a fishing boat?
So what's great about this boat is that it has something for everybody. Yes, it is. It's a tried and true. It is a fishing boat. But this is what they call a dual console, which is definitely going to accommodate the family as well. There's a lot of room in the back of the boat. That way you can do some fishing, but also everybody's going to be comfortable when they're on their way out to the sandbar or on their way out to the fishing spot.
And I noticed you've got an area here where it looks like I think you'd be able to clean your fish. Is that what this is?
Well, you got fresh water, so nobody likes to lean over the boat and rinse their hands off and get all the fish guts off of you. Or if you just need something to drink or rinse yourself off from the island, you have fresh water at 3 different locations on this boat.
What about if you want to put stuff away, tuck stuff away? Do they have little compartments for that?
So there's ski lockers or storage underneath every single seat. And actually you have dual fish boxes in the back of this boat too.
How easy is it to drive?
So it's a big and heavy boat, but it has this very sports car feel to it, and that's really where they stand out. It is a very, very good riding boat, but it doesn't feel sluggish or heavy or just kind of all over the place. A very, very fun boat to drive.
Is this the only type of model that Blackfin makes, or do they have a whole lot of different varieties?
They do the dual console, which is what we're in right now, and then they also make this in a center console version. The center console version, of course, can be a little bit more towards fishing than it is family, but still very versatile, just like this boat.
Well, I'll tell you, this is pretty comfortable. I bet it goes pretty fast too, doesn't it?
It's pretty fast. Got a 300 horsepower on the back of it.
All right, Jared Warren, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Let's see what this baby can do. I've moved on to another boat. This one is also a Blackfin, but larger than the last. Woody, tell me about this one.
This is our Blackfin 272 dual console. This is an MMA certified. What that means, this is yacht certified. You can have as many people aboard as you have PFDs or personal flotation devices. This boat is a great all-around boat. It's very versatile, it's family friendly, whether you're wanting to fish. You've got plenty of room back here. You've got a port and starboard fish box with a flush mounted macerator. Great if you're into fishing. But the other great feature on this boat is the versatility, whether you're wanting to have family fun, maybe you're island hopping for the weekend, you can quickly change all this seating out, which I'm going to show you.
Yes, please do.
So we're going to pull this back seat out.
So as many people as I want, as long as I have a flotation device for them.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
So we're going to pull this out. That's your rear seat,
Lovely.
which is very stable.
Very comfortable too. Now this is where the magic happens. Look at
And
this.
Miss Cindy, this is actuated by this switch right here. So we're going to move this lounger seat back.
Okay.
And we're going to add additional seating.
And I see more storage beneath. Everywhere I look, there's more storage. Okay. Up.
So we've got a little hidden seat right
Look
here.
at that. So comfort for everyone.
So now you've converted it to family fun times in the sun, and you're able to island hop and entertain your guests.
So is this like the Cadillac of the Blackfin boats?
This is the Cadillac. Actually, they have the 332 Blackfin. That's the Innovation Award winner at the 2019 Miami Boat Show.
Is that larger?
Yes, ma'am, it is. They're all great boats.
What does
they're
this
great
have
running
on
holes.
it, feature-wise?
Feature-wise, Blackfin runs all the latest innovations as far as technology goes. This one's going to have joystick piloting on these Yamaha 300s on the back. So if you get in close quarters, or maybe you're a new boater and you're not acclimated with driving with laterals, which means using your throttles to control the boat, you can actually do joystick piloting and potentially just park the boat parallel parking, just like a car.
Looks like this has a lot of power.
Yes, it does.
Can this get going at a pretty good clip?
The whole shot's really quick, and the whole shot is just from the point of hitting the throttles forward to how fast we get out of the water, and then your top end when you plane out. These twin 300 Yamahas are going to push this boat quite nicely.
And do I have GPS so I know where I am at all times?
Yes, you do. You got navigation, and you also have fish finder. So again, it falls in all those purposes as far as versatility, what you need the boat to do for you and your family.
Perfect. So for fun, for leisure, this is a great boat.
Yeah, I got one last thing I'll show you too.
Please do.
Over here we've got the Yeti cooler pullout, which almost all of your Blackfins all have Yeti pullouts.
How cool is that? All right, well, Woody, shall we take this for a spin?
Yes, ma'am.
Let's go. For a slightly different change of pace, I've moved on to what I would describe as a floating lounge. This is the Avalon Funship pontoon boat. Kyle, tell us about this. It is so plush and comfortable.
Yeah, you're definitely right. So this is the 27-foot Avalon Funship Entertainer. It's got actually a second story on it with a slide. It has a bar with seating, and it holds actually 17 people, so you want to go to the island, you want to have fun, this is what you want.
What about storage?
So every single compartment is basically storage. Every one that you open up, there's storage in, and you can put your skis in there, your chairs for the beach, umbrellas, whatever you'd like to keep.
What if I want to bring snacks and I want to keep everything cold? Is there a place to do that on here?
Yep, there is actually like a built-in cooler in the rear actually, yep.
Nice.
Yep.
And let's talk about just this flooring. This seems so fancy. I've never seen anything quite like it in a boat before.
So this is their vinyl flooring that basically looks like wood. When you feel it, it's nice. It has a little bit of padding in it. So, when you get back to the dock, you're not worn out, it feels really good on your feet.
And I mentioned it feels like a lounge. Is there special lighting on here too? Because I'm getting a kind of a neon vibe. Is there something special that happens when
there is, yep.
At night?
Yeah, there is. This does have some extra lighting on it. All the speakers are backlit light blue. All of the cup holder rings are backlit blue. The outside of the boat is backlit blue. And the bar actually is backlit blue underneath as well.
Can I get it with a bartender too? Does it come with somebody to serve the drinks?
I'm sure we can arrange that.
Okay, and if you want to have a really fun time, you take advantage of that slide.
Absolutely, yep.
Kyle, thank you very, very much.
Thank you so much.
I could spend the whole day out here. I am at the Boat and Motor Superstore in Palm Harbor, and I've got two charter captains joining me now, Ryan Rickard and Mike Goodwine. Nice to see you both.
Thank you, nice to see you.
So Ryan, let's first talk to you about becoming a charter captain. How long have you been at it?
Been chartering for right at about 6 years, maybe a little over 6 years. So I've not been in the charter industry an extremely long time, but love what I do. So.
And Mike?
Yeah, I've been fishing all my life, but I've been a full-time charter captain for 5 years now, and I've had my license right at 6 years.
And tell me about your affiliation with Boat and Motor Superstore as well as Skeeter Boats.
So I've been part of Team Skeeter, the national Team Skeeter team, for quite a few years now, and they wanted to add another dealer here locally to carry the brand. And the Kenyon group here at Boat Motor Superstore picked up the brand. And naturally, I would want to take my business and the referrals that I have in my business to a local dealer. And so the partnership with me and Skeeter and the partnership with Boat Motor Superstore and I has really been built off of that.
Mike, I'm curious to know, what makes a great charter captain?
What makes a great charter captain is engaging with your clients. When they come on the boat, that is their time to get away from work. So you just got to entertain them. And basically for me with my charters, when they get on my boat, I have absolutely no opinions. So whatever they want to talk about, I'm all for it. And putting your clients on fish, that's just part of it. And other than that, it's just entertaining the clients.
Where do you take most of your clients?
My clients will go anywhere that the rods will bend. So realistically, it could be flats fishing, it could be inshore snapper, it can be just near shore, but we are trying to do our best to give them the best experience possible. So we're gonna go wherever the fishing's best.
Okay, now one of you likes to use real live bait, the other one likes artificial bait.
Yeah.
Okay, so you like real live
Yeah,
bait.
I like to use live bait. There's nothing fake about me.
Are you saying there's something fake about
No,
Ryan?
he's the real deal, but he like using artificial bait. I like using live bait. It's like, I'm going out there to catch fish. I ain't trying to prove a point. So I like to use live bait. I ain't trying to get out there and work. I just wanted to make it easy as possible.
And do you catch your own bait?
Yes. So every morning before our trips, we have to catch our bait. And that is actually 80% of when you save the trip is getting the bait.
Yeah.
So you gotta have a good cast net, one you can depend on. You gotta know where the bait at, and it could change from day to day. So with somebody like Ryan, even when he get bait, he can also use artificial to catch bait. So.
Why do you like the artificial?
You know, I like the artificial because to me, it's great using bait, and it usually is more productive to use bait in quantities of fish. But for me, when you can coax a fish into eating something that is not real, it gives you a little bit more of a sense of accomplishment. And a lot of the anglers have used bait all their lives and would like to learn a technique. So that's just really the only reason I use it, just a technique and getting something that makes you feel a little more accomplished.
And see, I'm accomplished when I set that hook and his eyes crossed, that's when I know I've done my job. So.
What's the best time of day to take somebody out on a charter?
I like the morning time because of the heat, but basically I plan my charters around the tide. So we watch the tide charts. 2 hours before, 2 hours after is the one that I like to be in.
Yeah, for me, I would say the same thing. It's all tidal driven. It's a lot different than freshwater fishing, whereas you are more dependent upon the early morning bite or the late evening bite. For our waters and how we do this, as long as we have moving water of some sort, then it's typically a good time to take anyone.
Do you have a preference for where you like to fish?
You know, I like, as far as this general zone, I like to fish up in the upper end of Tampa Bay most because it's not as much pressure with people. My favorite place to fish in the world is Louisiana, but that's a whole different area and a whole different thing. But just for me, the upper end of the bay because it's a lot less pressure with people.
And what are you catching these days?
I'm catching right now redfish, snook, trout. We catching some grouper now, triple tail, cobia. And that's one of the good things about our area. You go right inside the bay, you could get tarpon, you could get just about any species, any of the game species right within inside the Skyway Bridge.
What would you say is the most difficult type of fish to catch?
Wow, they can all be difficult at times, they really could. I would say probably one of the most difficult fish to catch, gosh, would probably be tarpon. For the guys that have been doing it a long time that know how to catch them, it's an easy thing, but for someone just starting out, a tarpon is a very finicky fish to figure out. So that would be my opinion just on an unexperienced angler versus an experienced angler. Tarpon would be, for the unexperienced angler, the hardest one.
What do most of your customers want to fish?
Most of my customers want to catch redfish because that's what I kind of market myself, is catching redfish. So the first thing they want to do when they get on my boat is catch reds. And it's a pretty tough fish to catch, but you know, I put a lot of years in trying to figure them out. But as long as they got bent rods, they're pretty much happy. And if they're learning something and having a good time, laughing, smiling, and no rules on my boat, so.
Do you know all the best places to get the redfish?
Right now, the best place would be up under the mangrove bushes because it's hot. And they tuck up under the mangroves, and then we just look for schools on the flats. And you got anything to add to that? Or?
Yeah, you know, it's an experience and a learning thing in process. I mean, every year it seems like the fish are doing something differently. And I think that's due to multiple things, water quality and amount of pressure on the water with people. So these fish are reacting differently than they used to, but it's still a work in progress. But for the most part, we know when and where to go get them.
There are certain fish you cannot keep: snook, redfish, trout. Why is that right now?
That's actually, wow, that's a conversation that could go a long way here. But in my opinion, that's one of the greatest things that our wildlife could have done for us, is to put a closure on our fisheries of keeping them. We've had a lot of water quality issues over the past few years with red tide and those kind of things. The amount of pressure, the amount of captains, the amount of people wanting to keep fish and put the knife to them, which there's no problem with that. But when you don't have as many species because of those factors, you have to do something to help the species out. So if it continued to go in the next few years that way, we won't have anything to catch. So we have seen over the past few years that it has really helped our fishery because all these species have rebounded very well.
Yeah, and I agree to, I support it, mainly because the redfish, snook, and trout, those are my business clients.
Yeah.
Right.
So when I kill them, I'm killing the business client. So I like to practice catch and release. Certain fish, I will take them out to keep, like snapper, or triple tail, or cobia, but snook, redfish, and trout, they could keep them closed forever for all I care.
For me too.
Captain Mike and Captain Ryan, thank you both very much, and happy fishing out there.
Okay, thank you.
Is that a slide?
It's a slide.
Again, why did she get to go to the cool lake place?
That pontoon boat was like a lounge on water, a floating lounge.
I saw.
It was beautiful.
You think I didn't get the gist? You're just
There was also a bathroom on board. I didn't mention that.
I've learned a lot from some of Tampa Bay's best captains. Thank you to all of them.
Yes, have a great night. Thank you so much for educating us, especially us, because we had a lot to learn.
Yeah, well, it's easy to learn when you're there. Learn by doing, and
Yes.
she got to learn by sailing.
Makes me want to buy a boat. Stat.
Will you take me on it?
I would love to take you on it.
My first time. Since
when?
Since I stood on one in a parking lot.
Okay, I'll definitely take you out on my boat.
Thank you, Cindy.
Have a great night, and we will see you on the water.